I get this question a lot from veterinarians in particular who are, and sometimes chiropractors, who say, I am in a rural area. How am I want to do animal chiropractic, but how am I ever going to build a practice here? How am I ever going to, make it worth my time? I want you to know, first of all, you thought of it first. And that is going to be how you build that practice, because you even considered that animal chiropractic was important. But here's something else I need to share. I wake up every morning and I spend the first hour and a half setting my mindset for the day. And today it's a little on fire. So bear with me, because you're going to get a lot of that passion and concern from me, Dr. Amy, president and co-founder at Animal Chiropractic Education Source, because we're on a mission. And that we're on a combined mission. We're on a mission that combines a lot of entities that are superpowers as it is. One of them being profit first. One of them being faster way to fat loss. One of them being story brand or business made simple. And the reasons that we are combining those entities with the work we're doing is that we're on a mission to help protect an endangered species. And that endangered species is that rural solo practitioner, that rural solo veterinarian who's out there busting their butt trying to help small farms do the work that small farms do. Small farms reduce the what do they call that now? The transfer chain, I can't even think of it. The commerce chain problem that's going on all over the country. Small farms reduce the product not being on the shelves in your grocery stores. Small farms provide food just not for their families but for their whole communities, and they can provide food for the whole country when we think about it in a productive way from a business standpoint. And here is what is going on. Those small farms are going away piece by piece, but they have been for the last 40 years. I'm not going to even pretend that hasn't been going on. But what's also been happening is rural veterinarians are going away. And that's in part because of what's going on in our food supply. So that supply chain, I found the word, that supply chain problem that's going on has been coming on for a long time, because it's those small producers are finding it difficult to, compete with bigger producers who get things for cheaper and free. And so too are those small, solo, rural veterinarians, because they can't compete with the big warehouses that buy in bulk all those medications and things that people want for cheap. And so they are having difficulty making ends meet. Part of the problem is that they were raised on the idea that income minus expenses equals profit. Here at Animal Chiropractic Education Source and Dr. Amy Coaching, and we are combined because we help those doctors build successful practices. Here, we don't believe that. We believe that income minus profit equals expenses. And with animal chiropractic, by adding animal chiropractic to those practices, we help those doctors with their mindset, we help those doctors with their own health, and we help them with the health of their businesses. When we can help their businesses thrive and survive so that they can go on to leave a legacy, so that they have an actual business that they can hire someone into and show that I am making money and you can come in and make this money too, they will be able to sustain that practice, and they will be able to become a sustainable species. They will no longer be on that species list that is dying off, and literally dying off. Veterinarians live some of the hardest lives when they are solo, because they don't have peer communication. They don't communicate peer-wise with others. And when they do, those solo practitioners are clearly not socialized like their big corporate partners, their big corporate friends. And so those people don't see that it's important that they stay in that rural position. They aren't able to support them there, and they aren't able to give them the strategies or the creativity that they need to be able to stay there and do that service for their entire community. Here at Animal Chiropractic Education Source, we support those doctors. We are there for them all the time. I mean, we're an online course, right? You would think that's pretty impersonal. We're going to do it on our own, by ourselves, way out in the middle of nowhere. We're going to show up when we want to. We're not going to even know you guys until we get to lab, and then it's just a touch and go. That is not the case. Here at Animal Chiropractic Education Source, first of all, we know that chiropractic doesn't ever have to be sold to your clients. They are waiting for it. They have been hoping you would bring it into the practice. Sometimes they don't know that yet, but we're going to help you teach them how. The other thing we're going to be there to do is answer your questions about cases. We're going to be there to answer those odd cases when they come in, because when those come in, that means the universe knows you're ready for it. We are also going to be able to help you, because you're strong, you're smart, you're brave, to be able to use that information, to use your skills to grow your practice. Many of these doctors say, well, how am I going to ever do this in a rural community? How am I ever going to do this where people don't blah, blah, blah? You know what? We believe that you can do it. We believe enough of that for you. You don't even have to come with that belief. We've had doctors actually come to class because they wanted to prove that animal chiropractic didn't work. And now 80% of their practice is animal chiropractic. Not kidding, not joking. Their lives have gotten better, they've gotten healthier, their family relationships have improved, sometimes not in the way you would think, because sometimes it meant they got rid of toxic relationships and moved on to a healthier environment. And we were there to support them, and we always are there to support them in their family choices and in their business choices. But we may be there to also guide them in those choices as well. If you're a veterinarian who is a solo rural practitioner and you are having trouble, if you're a veterinarian who's struggling with your practice, whether you are in a big practice or in a small practice, but you're still having a mindset issue, find us at animalchiropracticeducation.com, where we help veterinarians and chiropractors build profitable animal chiropractic practices.